Let's talk about the hidden costs of a Royal Caribbean cruise.
A lot of y'all are not gonna like what I'm about to tell you.
Hey everybody, how you doing today?
Welcome back.
So, it's almost summertime. Like a month out. And summertime means vacation time. Because it's best to go around when it's hot. Don't know why. Anyway.
Not for me.
I guess one thing people want to do really badly, even your mother, because he keeps bringing it up somewhere, is going on a cruise. I don't like water. I don't like the ocean. It scares me. But that's just me.
Yeah, no thanks.
No, but to be on a cruise, it really gotta be really choosy what you go on, because there's like ones that are high prices, there's ones that really suck, and there's nothing to do. It's just weird to me.
Yeah, look at those prices. Try to get like an actual good deal because they really do be scamming, and sometimes the food just sucks, and you're paying all this pretty much for food.
Yeah. Also, if one person gets sick on that boat, you're basically stuck in like a giant quarantine.
Yeah,
No, I'm good.
Money I spent on my last cruise. I just went on a 4-night cruise on board Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas, stopping in Ensenada, Mexico, staying in a Promenade Inside room. Starting off with the basics, the cost of the cruise itself was $296 with gratuities at $64. Now, I did not get the alcoholic drink package, but the non-alcoholic drink package cost $84. Speaking of alcohol, I spent $450 on drinks without the alcohol package. I did do an excursion in Ensenada. I went to La Bufadora and it cost $42. I did also get the internet package, which was $68, and it worked really well. Bought a couple cool shirts and that came out to $29. Lastly, I did hit up the casino. I'm not a big gambler, but I did put in $50. That brings my grand total for this 4-night cruise on Royal Caribbean to $1,083. Now, of course, I could have done this a lot cheaper, but if you were looking for an affordable vacation, you could have done this for $360 total per person. I personally think that is a great deal for a 4-night cruise vacation. Let me know down in the comments. Would you have purchased all the extras I did for this cruise? And if you like this video, make sure you follow Josh Cruises for more cruise content.
All right. Hold up.
Here's how much money I spent.
Hold up. You're telling me that he spent all that, so drinks weren't automatically included. Internet's not included. Who else is going to use this internet? We're on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Like, you would think all of that would be included. So, like, what am I paying for? Is it just, like, the cruise itself and then everything else? Like, that's a lot.
Because when the hotel rooms be, like, legit, like, maybe could be around $200 per night, depending on how full the hotel is. But you at least get free internet automatically included.
Yeah, and I hate when they do that because I guess the food is included.
Yeah.
But then, like, the drinks are separate. Why are drinks not also included?
And overall, like, yeah, it makes no sense. But to that point too, some places on the cruises you have to pay at the restaurant. You can get that included, everything. So why is that not already like just a food pass, like food and drink pass? Like you don't need. Why is there two? That's the question. Why is there two different food and drink passes?
Actually crazy.
For real. Also, did he pay more for the other alcohol pass? He wanted to pay for it instead of the one that's already included?
Probably.
What?
I don't know.
Also, how much would I get included with that other price that he just said? Nothing?
Most likely.
Then I'm still paying out of pocket for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's too much.
No, I'm good.
Not worth it.
I'm good.
Go banana boating. But even then, it's too much.
Everything's too much.
Cruise Money 101. You don't need cash on the ship, but you do need to understand how it works. So I'm going to give you all your options. When you board the ship, they're going to give you a sale card. This is how you get into your room. This is also how you purchase things on the ship. You're going to have a couple of options. You can either use a credit or a debit card and attach it to your sale card. That way, when you're purchasing items on the ship, you don't have to worry about it. It's coming right off of your debit and or your credit card, whichever one you decide to use. If you don't want to use a credit or debit card and have it attached, you can do cash option. What you do is you go to guest services and you give them amount, let's say $200. You give them $200. They're going to load that amount onto your card. Once you hit your limit, you're going to have to go back to guest services and add more money. A lot of people like this because it keeps them on a budget. When you have a debit or a credit card, it's just going to keep on letting you swipe. So at least with the cash option, you can control that more. It's typically a good idea to have cash on hand for gratuity and tips. Porters are going to be there when you arrive to get on your ship, and it's always great to have small bills available to tip them. When you arrive at port and you get off the ship, it's also a good idea to have cash in hand there, because sometimes people won't take credit or debit cards depending on where you go. So, life with K, I hope this helps. If you have any more questions, let me know. It's me, Korea, helping you get it together before you go. Stay cute, stay culture, and don't say I didn't tell you.
Korea, North or South?
Korea with a C.
Yes, see Korea.
See, I was gonna say, like, use a credit card so you can get the points, but some of y'all can't be trusted using the credit card, especially if they won't tell you, like, how much is left and you have a high credit limit. And especially if you have other people, I would not be trusting, like, them to be just putting stuff on the tab.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Yeah, most definitely not. And also at this point, it sounds better to pay all that, like last guy, just pay all that extra stuff so you can just have unlimited anything.
Yeah.
That seems like a better idea at this point, because if I had to keep going back, because who knows what the prices are on a cruise ship? You ain't got nowhere else to go, so they can charge you as much as they want to.
Oh, yeah.
So putting $200 down, you're going to be putting $200 down like every darn old day to even eat at this point. So might as well just pay out $1,000 extra to be able to have unlimited stuff.
Pay per item at this point. I'm not loading nothing up.
For real, man. It's stupid. It's dumb.
I did not know it worked like that, though. Like, that's too much.
It's way too much.
A lot of y'all are not going to like what I'm about to tell you regarding cruise pricing, but I got to say it, because I'm seeing more and more people make this statement and, quite frankly, make this one mistake. And you know, I got y'all. I'm always going to bring you the truth and my perspective on things. If you have been thinking about booking a cruise, and I don't really care what cruise line you're thinking of, and you are waiting for the prices to drop, like you're monitoring and you keep going back every now and then, and you're like, all right, I'm going to just keep watch and book it when the price is right, book it now. The prices of these cruises is only going to continue to increase. And here's what's going to happen. At the start of every month, you're going to see some really catchy marketing. It's going to be 70% off this, 50% off that, all type of really great sales. And they are good, but the cruise lines will continue to raise the prices and then put those on sale. So if you were to book February 1st and you see an advertisement for a cruise on March 1st, the marketing might be really catchy, but the bottom line price is still going to be more than what you paid the month prior. As often as you're able, please, if you see a cruise, lock it in, grab your pricing, because if the cruise price actually drops down the line and you haven't hit final payment yet, guess what? You can most likely do an adjustment, do what's called a reprice, and then get yourself the lower price that you want. But I want to put it into perspective for you. If the cruise lines were giving a certain price and then just randomly dropping it for no reason, it would be a customer service nightmare. Not just for travel advisors who would have to then literally update the pricing on all of their reservations, but for the staff and the customer service departments at the cruise lines. They're not going to drop the price randomly so that a bunch of people can call in and have adjustments made to their reservations. They're going to keep increasing the price. Along with supply goes demand. And y'all already know how we feel about that. So the more people that are getting on these cruise ships, the higher the price is going to go. The further in advance you book your cruise, the lower the price is going to be. Now, can you get a last minute cruise deal? Yes, sometimes. After final payment, sure. I'm not telling you not to take advantage of these last minute deals. But if you are thinking about booking a cruise and it is especially more than 120 days away, please just book it when you see it. Don't wait. The prices are going to keep going up. I love y'all. I had to tell you the truth. Don't be mad at me. Don't come for me.
There's a lot of noise outside right now. I think someone might be doing some type of production. I saw a lot of ring lights, a lot of tripods. Anyway.
Like us. We should collab.
Heck no. I don't know what they be doing. It's legit like an airplane ticket. It's just gonna get more expensive more time goes on. It sucks. So basically a giant water hotel. That's what it is.
Yeah, it pretty much is like a city on
the water.
Ocean.
Yeah, Atlantis, but not sunken.
But imagine if they did drop the prices and then like you have all these people calling in to cancel and then like immediately rebooking.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. I would explode. Like that's awful.
quit.
Nope.
Instantly quitting if I worked there.
No, yeah, no. That's too expensive anyway. Like, what was he saying? Like fancy marketing. That one guy, the fat one from Modern Family. He was like legit just saw this recently. Advertising these cruises. There's a deal going on with the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, so it's like overpriced though.
And they'll keep using these celebrities like it's gonna help.
Like, if you think they have money for celebrities to advertise, how much do you think they're going to have to charge you to make back money from that?
For real, like if they're not gonna be on board, I don't see why celebrity advertising really ever works like that.
He better be on that boat when I get on.
And even then, I don't care.
For real. I don't care about celebrities. Celebrity worship is over.
Please. It's not worth it.
We're not worshiping no celebrities. Worship your God instead.
Yeah.
Whatever religion you believe in, stop worshiping that more than the celebrities.
Yeah, because this is just not worth it. They're humans. They just have a job.
Yeah.
You see their face a lot on TV. That's all it is. You could be on TV.
For real.
Just like we are if you're watching us on the TV. We're famous.
Famous.
It's really hard being an A-list celebrity. Like,
oh man. Oh, I can't wait to do my Travis Scott apology.
gosh.
Oh, I'm
Oh
so
my
sorry.
gosh.
Those people lost their lives with my concert. Oh, it sucks so much.
I'm sorry in advance for all of the strange, insane, controversial comments we're going to make.
I knew she was actually above age. Please, I'm sorry. I should not be making that joke. It's crazy how many celebrities get caught talking to kids. It's insane.
Really
It's
is.
really sad.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the hidden costs of a Royal Caribbean cruise.
We've been getting a lot of comments and questions from followers basically saying that they thought cruises were an all-inclusive vacation when that's not really the case. Cruise lines' business models are set up in a way where a lot of the things that you want to take advantage of aboard a ship are likely going to be an upcharge. But before we get into what some of those hidden costs are, let's first outline what is included in the cost of a Royal Caribbean cruise.
So the cost of your cruise is going to be determined by what room category you select. Are you doing an interior room, an ocean view balcony, or a suite? That will set the price of your cruise. And in that cost, you'll have most of your meals included, some drinks included, and most of your entertainment and activities. But there's lots of asterisks. If you are staying in a suite aboard Royal Caribbean, you'll have some additional perks and amenities such as reserved seating in the theater, concierge service, special bathroom amenities, and priority boarding and departure. Now, this all depends on which suite you are booking. Different tiers of suites come with different perks and amenities, so just be sure you know what you are booking. Now, to be able to understand exactly what you're booking, what's included, and what's going to be an extra charge, it's a great reason to work with a travel agent like myself who can help you budget appropriately. It is completely free to work with a travel agent, so if you're interested in more information or getting some no obligation quotes, click the link in our bio.
Now let's get into some of those hidden costs, starting with specialty dining. If you want to eat at a restaurant like Chop's Grill, Jamie's Italian, 150 Central Park, Azumi, those are all going to be an extra charge for your cruise. Royal Caribbean does offer dining packages if you want to consolidate some of the costs together, or you can pay for each meal separately.
Alcoholic beverages and other non-alcoholic beverages like soda, specialty coffees, etc. are going to be an upcharge. Royal does offer several packages, a classic soda package, a refreshment package, and the deluxe beverage package if you want cocktails, liqueurs, beers, and wines included as well.
Shore excursions are a great part of any cruise. However, those are not included in the cost of your sailing. So if you want to get off the ship and go on an organized tour around the port that you're in, go on some organized sightseeing, that'll all be an extra charge.
Daily gratuities will also be extra. Right now it is $18 per person per day, $20.50 per person per day for suite guests on Royal Caribbean, and that'll be added daily to your folio. You can prepay for gratuities in advance if you wanted to feel a little more all-inclusive, but if not, you will be racking up these charges daily.
There's a lot of other things available on board a ship that will be incremental to your cruise fare, and that's for things such as salon and spa services, buying photographs, buying internet access or Wi-Fi. Your transfers to and from the airport or your hotel and the cruise port, that's an incremental charge. And then any laundry or dry cleaning services, that is also an extra charge.
So as you can see, there's a lot more not included in the price of your sailing versus included. And a good rule of thumb, or at least for us when we've sailed, if we book a cruise and we know we're going to want the deluxe beverage package, we're going to want a couple of specialty dining nights, we're going to want the Wi-Fi, we're going to do an excursion at every port, we're going to buy souvenirs. With that in mind, we pretty much double the amount that we paid for our room to include everything. Now that won't apply to everyone. That's just what we've found, is we've typically doubled the cost of the room, and that ends up where we about approximately end up at the end of a trip when we factor in everything. So it may just help you kind of plan a budget and know, I don't want to double my room, so where can we pick and choose what we do want to add to make sure we still have a great vacation.
Now, if you want more detail on everything that we've gone through, there is a video out on our YouTube channel now that goes into all the specifics on what's included and what's not included in a Royal Caribbean sailing, and that is linked in our bio.
Let's talk
overall. See, now knowing that the excursions, the whole point of getting on a cruise ship is really to travel, especially cruise ships that go to destinations. It's the whole, see the destination. I got to pay extra for the destination. I could have just, what?
All of the hidden costs or whatever, the stuff that they will make you pay regardless of if you want it or not. Like, if you go to a resort and they make you pay for valet, even though you would love to just drive your car yourself and park it. Stuff like that on cruises and all of that. It's just what? And then the gratuity, I get it, but it's that's a lot. It's a lot of hidden costs.
It's very ridiculous. And the fact of the matter is, truly, I see, that's why I'm saying I would the food package and a drink package seems all right. Okay, I'll take that. That's something I would have to pay out of my pocket because I would be paying out of food if I ever get hungry. I'm not going to be hungry the same time as everyone else. So I'm going to go get something. Yeah. I might not have money in my thing. So that seems all right. It seems like a necessary evil, right? Comparing to what is on the drink package. When it comes to a guy that said the Wi-Fi, the excursion, bro, come on. That seems like it should be included.
It really does. That's a lot. Just making you pay for everything.
So stupid.
Just like these apartments with the valet living and smart rent.
Which is funny because we had signed up for smart rent early because they're just going to make us all pay sign up for it later on anyway. So might as well get that early.
Yeah. Scam.
It's a big old scam.
Here's how much it cost me to sail on the second biggest cruise ship in the world, Utopia of the Seas, and it might surprise you. Quick disclaimer, I booked this cruise as soon as the bookings opened, so I got a pretty good deal. The price will vary depending on when you book it. First off, the plane tickets. Since this cruise does sail year-round from Port Canaveral, I had to fly over to Orlando, which was just $354 round trip. The total price for my cabin for 4 nights, which had 5 people in it, was $1,847. That's just $369 per person for the entire trip. For me, that was super affordable for a ship like Utopia. On top of that, the size of the room was massive. In fact, it was the biggest room I ever had on a cruise ship before. Royal Caribbean does charge $20 per day for gratuity, so for a 4-night cruise, that added up to $80. So if we break it all down, $354 for flights, $369 for the cruise, and $80 for gratuities at a grand total of $803. Honestly, I couldn't believe how affordable it was myself. The flights were almost just as much as the entire cruise. So if you're thinking about taking a weekend vacation, this might be the one.
See, that for a weekend is ridiculous.
1 weekend, oh my gosh, is this next generation coming up, the generation of kids never gonna be able to do anything because of these prices? This is bad.
Well, definitely, right. Basically all neighborhoods with actual big old houses have no kids. You look outside, because we live right in front of the bus stop for our apartment area, I see more kids coming out of that than I do see out these neighborhoods.
Yeah,
it's that's crazy.
Really sad.
So that's what's going to happen with events and stuff too. Because I get I get gratuity being put into my thing already, because it's going to be hard to tip people because they got to do all this work. A bunch of people, maybe 5,000 people in one boat. That's going to be a lot. But I know darn well they're going to see 1% of that gratuity on my mess. The mess is going to be taken by the darn big wigs, bro. They could
Which is insane because they got money to pay their employees better. Just pay your employees better.
Yeah.
And then tipping could be optional and it wouldn't hurt the employees if they don't get a tip.
For real. Like, just pay them good amount of money because they gotta live on these boats. I used to watch the guy on YouTube, and he used to work as an entertainer on a cruise ship. They were basically stuck on that boat for an entire year, like 9 months out of the year. So basically, they live there. They don't even have like apartments really, or houses, because they live on the boat.
If you quit or get fired, like you're just stuck.
Exactly.
It's horrible.
So their work is legit 24/7. They get like maybe 2 to 3 hours of sleep every night, and their quarters are legit as big as a closet. Their toilet is their shower.
Yeah.
No,
No, thank you.
no, thank you. Pay them way more because they deserve it.
Exactly.
Virgin Voyages is actually cheaper than Royal Caribbean. Let's talk about it. So if you don't know, Virgin Voyages is a relatively new cruise line that is adult only. If you are comparing prices between cruise lines, Virgin Voyages may look a little more expensive. However, they do include a lot more than some other cruise lines. So I just did the price breakdown of my most recent Royal Caribbean cruise, and then today I was looking at Virgin Voyages prices and I was shocked, so I want to compare them side by side. You can go on a 4-night Bahamas cruise on Virgin Voyages, 2 people in an inside cabin for $786 total. Now, my last Royal Caribbean cruise was a 4-night Bahamas cruise, and that came out to $536 total for 2 people in an inside cabin. Right off the bat, Virgin Voyages looks about $250 more expensive. However, that Virgin Voyages price includes a lot more than this Royal Caribbean price over here. So on my last Royal Caribbean cruise, I added on the gratuities, which you have to pay for $144. Then I added on the Wi-Fi package, which was $132 for 2 devices. And then I added a soda package, which was $80 for 2 people. Now, with Virgin Voyages, those 3 things are already included in the price. So for an accurate price comparison, you can go on a 4-night Virgin Voyages Bahamas cruise for $786 total for 2 people, or the same exact cruise on Royal Caribbean that I just took cost me $892 for 2 people. So the Virgin Voyages cruise is $100 cheaper than the Royal Caribbean cruise, which is insane because I think a lot of people have this notion that Virgin Voyages is so much more expensive than a lot of these other cruise lines, but that is not necessarily the case. And I do think the value is there with Virgin. They include so much, and not even to mention that specialty dining is also included on Virgin Voyages. There's 6 different restaurants you can choose from completely free. If you were to add those on Royal Caribbean, that would be another upcharge. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Have you been on a Virgin Voyages cruise before? Do you like Virgin Voyages? Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, be sure to follow Josh Cruises for more cruise content.
And see, that's what I'm talking about. That right there is dope. Like,
For you.
So I get 4 free restaurants depending on what ticket I get. I get 4 free restaurants. I can just go to those restaurants basically the entire time and get their drinks and food. Because everything else is already included. Wi-Fi, because I ain't gonna be anywhere else. Who else is on this boat who's not supposed to be here?
Why can't they all do this?
I don't know. The one issue I will see, if you want a funny ha hee hee wacky doodle adventure, you want to get a Royal Caribbean because Virgin Voyages is going to be an adult cruise, and an adult cruise is more like partying, drinking, and all of that. There's going to be slides, maybe, but there's going to be a lot more slides and more fun little events. It's going to be like a race car track on a Royal Caribbean or something, you know what I mean? Something like more like that.
Yeah, that's why you shop around, know what you want to actually do, and pay attention, run the numbers.
For real. But past that point, that's what I'm talking about. Include all of that, because that's what I want. That's what I need.
For real.
It's just crazy.
But let us know, are you taking a cruise this summer? What are the costs?
Are you gonna? I couldn't do it. I don't like the ocean.
I just don't like the cost. I don't like any of that, and I'm just better at home.
Yeah, I'm better. I'm better at home too. I was gonna make a joke about something, but I forgot it.
Bro.
Oh well. Oh, also, yeah. I was gonna say this: do not wear any shirts, or don't wear any clothes, or get any items that have pineapples on them when you're on a cruise.
Oh, I was gonna say flowy.
Flowy? What do you mean flowy?
Because if it's like a long skirt, like the wind and
oh yeah. Well, don't pull a Marilyn Monroe and do not wear anything that involves a pineapple. Do not get anything that involves a pineapple. because you're gonna get some wrong attention with that. I saw a video recently.
You don't want that.
I saw a video recently of a guy on TikTok. He's on his cruise right now. His with his parents. One of them's wearing a pineapple clothes, and like, why is everyone staring at me? And some lady came up to him and kind of accosted him about something, like a
No, thank you.
pineapple upside down. Look it up. Look it up. What it is. Don't.
Can we get like other signs? Because like pineapples are just so common. If I want to wear a pineapple, I should just wear a pineapple.
And if I'm wearing a floral fruit shirt, there's going to be upside down items
It's
on
a
that shirt.
tropical vacation.
For real. They don't want what tropical. They want exotic. Anyway.
Stupid. Do something rare that like nobody will actually really be wearing on the regular.
For real, especially on a cruise ship. It's a tropical fruit. We're going to tropical areas. So there's going to be pineapples all over the place.
And be sure to keep track of your belongings because people do be stealing, even the workers.
Yep.
All of that.
Yeah.
Corruption.
Also be careful of what you eat because if one thing goes bad on that ship, everyone got it.
Yep.
Everyone got it. Because I remember hearing a lot of people got sick from seafood on the ship. I don't trust seafood anywhere anyway. So
Yeah, no thanks.
yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Well, thank you for watching this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and please get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Don't get thrown into the brig. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.